our first speaker for this round of speeches will be Leareng, and Sam will be evaluated by Leareng. Leareng, will you please tell us the title of the speech and also the objective, including the time of the speech? Thank you.
Thank you, Madam. Sam's speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. The title of his speech is Inspire Your Altitude.
The Dreamer's Altitude.
The Dreamer's Altitude. Inspire the Dreamer's Altitude.
Not inspire. Just the Dreamer's Altitude.
The Dreamer's Altitude. Okay. Sorry for that. And the purpose of this project is for Sam to practice writing and delivering a speech that inspires others and to inspire your audience. I will be evaluating on how you inspire the audience, and I will also be checking how your audience is responding to your speech. Thank you, Madam.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we welcome Sam to come and deliver his speech, The Dreamer's Altitude. Sam Leareng.
Madam Toastmaster, ladies and gentlemen, one thing here is a fact. It is not contentious that the Japanese have provided us with ways to simplify certain concepts. Tonight we've heard about Kaizen, and I'm going to present with you another word. Most of you may identify with it, and that word is Akazai. Akazai simply means purpose, or finding your purpose. How many of us here would say we found our purpose in life? By a show of hands. How many of us here would say that we know our purpose or we found our purpose in life? Right. That looks like 30% of the room, which is good. For those of you that do not have your hands up, let me tell you something about purpose. What is it that you wake up to do in the morning that excites you? Something that you rejoice in doing and it doesn't feel like work to you. If you have something that feels like that, it definitely is your purpose. It doesn't have to be something that you are driven towards. It's something that you could have stumbled upon that really excites you and you've gone with it and you're enjoying it. And today I'm going to talk to some of you that do not have your hands up about finding your purpose as well. Now I have, like I said, the Japanese use these words to describe something that we would call mental models, or how we get to understand things. And tonight I'm going to present you with a mental model that has worked for me, and that is how I find my purpose. And I want you to listen carefully because it may help you as well. The mental model that I want to talk about is simply the plane, the engineer, and the pilot. How does that work? All of us wake up every morning with something to do. Now we may not have thought deeply about the exact way that we are going to do it, but we know what we are going to do. And that is the pilot in you. That is a side of you that sets the course, that gives direction. Now, the pilot doesn't work alone. The pilot has tools that he uses on the engineer side of him. Those are the little tools that you need to navigate the path that you are going to set. How you use your to-do list, your calendars, and how you get to schedule your time. That is the engineer that informs the pilot about what is important. Now here is the interesting part. You don't get to do much with only the pilot and the engineer. You need to leave the tarmac. You need to take off, and that is where the plane comes in. This is where you spend most of your time. And if you are doing something where you spend most of your time and you're really enjoying it, that is your purpose. That is something to embrace and make sure that you enjoy. The plane goes to a specific direction within a specific time, and that is because you have set the tools that are needed by the pilot and the engineer. And if you have all of these adding up together, every day you will make sure that the plane flies and reaches its destination, that the engineer's tools are set. And that equates to an equation that I'll give you tonight, and that is productivity. That is what gives you purpose. Productivity, of course, comes from useful output over time. And another addition to that is the fun factor. All of these three do not just set off and go if there is no fun in it. So whatever you find fun in defines the thing that you like the most, and that could definitely be your purpose. Now, in my case, I don't like reading, and that could come as a shock to most of you. But I've found that the one thing that I enjoy, which is putting on a lab coat and making sure that experiments work or sometimes frustrate you for no reason, until you get to make them work, is fun. And that has made me realize that the engineer in me needs to read more. And that is how I found my purpose in life. Science, of course, research. Ladies and gentlemen, if you really want to reach the altitude that you want to get to, if you want to drive your purpose, you need the dreamer in you to adopt this mental model. Always remember it. And that is how you will always be cruising at the right altitude to what is important to you, your purpose or Akazai. And I'm